I'll be reading from Book 1 of Meditations of Marcus Aurelius. From Apollonius, Moral Freedom, the certainty to ignore the dice of fortune, and have no other perspective, even for a moment, than the reason alone. To be away at the same man, unchanged in sudden pain, and the loss of a child, and lingering sickness. To clearly see his living example that a man can combine intensity and relaxation, not to be impatient in explanation, the observer of a man who clearly regarded as the least of his gifts and his experience, and a skill in communicating with philosophical insights. The lesson of how to take apparent favors from one's friends, neither compromised by them, nor insensitive to their rejection. From Ctesiphon, a kindly disposition, and the pattern of household governed by the paterfamilias of the concept of life, lived according to nature, an unaffected dignity, intuitive concern of his friends, tolerance of both the ordinary people and of his eminently opinionated, agreeable manner with all, so that all the pleasure of his conversation with greater than flattery, and his presence brought to him the highest respect of all. The company certainly have grasped a method of discovery and organization of the essential principles of life, never give the impression of anger or any other passion, but to combine complete freedom from passion and the greatest human affections, to praise without fanfare, and to wear a great learning lightly. From Alexander the grammarian, not to leap on mistakes or cautionally interrupt anyone making an error of vocabulary, syntax, or punctuation, but nearly to introduce the correct form of that particular expression by the way of an answer, confirmation, or discussion of the matter itself, rather than its phrasing, or by some other fallacious prompting. From Fronto, to understand the effect of suspicion, caprice, and hypocrisy in the exercise of absolute rule, and that for the most part of the people we call patricians are somewhat short of human affection. From Alexander the Platonist, rarely, the never without essential cause, to say, write to anyone, I am too busy, not to see a similar excuse advancing the pressure of circumstances and constant avoidance of the properties inherent to our own relation to our fellows and contemporaries. From Catullus, not to spur a friend's criticism, even in many be an unreasonable complaint, but by to try to restore unusual feelings, to speak one's teachers of wholehearted gratitude, and is recorded of Dominitus and Antithius in the genuine love of his children. From Servius, love of family, love of truth, love of justice, to have come to his help and understand Tiresias, Avidius, Cato, Dio, Brutus, and to have conceived the idea of balance, constitution, the commonwealth based on equality and freedom of speech, of the matriarchy, which the values above all liberty and the subject, from him too constant and vigorous respect for philosophy, benefice, unsustaining generosity, optimism, his confidence and affection of his friends, his frankness with those who he meet, to censure and open likes and dislikes, so that his friends do not need to guess his wishes. From Maximus, self-mastery, immune of any passing whim, good cheer in circumstances, including illnesses, a nice balance of character, both gentle and dignified, as uncomplaining energy for what needs to be done. The trust of the uninspired is everyone that he meets. What he said and was well-intentioned, in all that he did, proof against surprise or panic, and nothing either hurried or hesitant, never short of resource, never downcast or cringing. On the other hand, angry or suspicious, generosity and good works, and forgiving and truthful natures, and impressionists he gave, undevaluating recital of a path to chosen, rather to enforce, the path that no one would ever have thought of him to take, be hidden by, or presumed to be considered himself superior to him, and a pleasant humor. I will be reading tomorrow from Marcus Aurelius, Book 1. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.